Coconut curry chicken pot pie is what I'm making. Let me show you how it's done.
Hey, it's got gold in the kitchen, let's go. Got that taste, just magic like a pro. Unbox surprises, checking out the glow. From tech to treats, I'm your favorite show. Running through the aisles, shopping spree. Reviewing gadgets, keeping it geeky. Catch me on the road, oh what a spree. Adventures never end, come and see. It's like gold shining bright, every day and night. Join the fun, feel the vibe, everything's alright. From the food to the tech, it's the journey we hype. Hit subscribe, come alive, let's take flight.
Coconut curry chicken pot pie. That's what's for dinner tonight, and here are all the ingredients you're going to need. I am participating in the challenge by Life with Ron, and his only stipulations were the recipe had to contain chicken, green pepper, and coconut milk. So I decided to come up with this, kind of combining two recipes I enjoy, a coconut curry chicken and chicken pot pie. So I started out with 3 cups of rotisserie chicken. I have my green pepper here. This is celery, onion, and carrots diced. I have 3 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of curry powder, 4 tablespoons of butter, a cup of frozen peas, a 1/3 cup of flour, using the cream of coconut milk, salt and pepper, and 2 prepared pie crusts. I have my pie pan here, so let's get over to the stove and get started. We have 4 tablespoons of melted butter going in this pan. To that, I'm going to add my 3 cloves of minced garlic, my onions, my celery, and the carrots, and I'm also going to throw in the green pepper. Now, that's an ingredient I wouldn't have added prior to this challenge, but we're including all of the ingredients here, and I think it'll give it a nice flavor. So we're going to let this cook down for a little while in the butter. Turn up the heat a bit and put the lid. So the vegetables have been cooking for about 5 minutes. They're nice and soft. So to this, I'm going to add the 1/3 cup of flour. And I'm also going to add in now my curry powder, 2 tablespoons. We're going to let that kind of thicken up and cook the flour before we're going to add our liquids, which is chicken stock, which I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, and our coconut milk. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. So our vegetables are looking pretty dry here because of all the flour and curry powder. So we're going to add in our 1 2/3 cup of chicken stock here. And I'm also going to add in the coconut milk. And we're going to use this coconut milk in place of our regular cream. And let this thicken up. I also added salt and pepper to taste. So we have a thickened sauce, and I have to admit the color is not very appetizing. But you know how Indian food is. So it tastes very good. It has a nice sweetness because of the coconut. We're adding in our 3 cups of chicken. I'm just going to coat this and get it all covered here. May add in a little more of the broth because of the addition to the curry powder. We do have a little bit more thickness to the sauce, so I have plenty of extra liquid I can add into this to make it just a little bit looser, because it's going to go in the oven and continue to cook. So I added probably another half cup of broth and a little bit more butter. And now I'm just going to add in the frozen peas. And this is probably going to make certainly more than enough for one pie, probably two, but I'll probably use it over rice for another meal. I think that would be good too, so it's kind of whatever you want to do with it. So I'm going to add this to my pie crusts, and it's going to bake. So we're just going to let the peas thaw out in this warm mixture, and then it's going in the pie crust. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. We've got the mixture cooled enough with the addition of the frozen peas, because if you put it in too hot, the pie crust isn't going to be very flaky. So we're going to go ahead and add our other crust on top. So this is going to go in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes, and then we're going to reduce the heat to 350 and continue baking for 40 minutes. Here it is, looking very good. We're going to let this cool down quite a bit before we cut into it. Coconut curry chicken pot pie, I'm calling it. The combination of two recipes I like to make. So let's give it a try. It is my first time sampling this, so of course it's extremely hot because, let's see the steam. Would it be pot pie if you didn't burn your mouth eating it? Probably not. Very good. I'm really happy with the way that it's set up, and that was, I let it sit for a while before cutting it. The other thing is to let the mixture cool down before you put it into the pie crust to bake. And I think helped with that was the frozen peas. Cooled it down, but you know, I let it sit for probably a good 10 or 15 minutes to try to maintain some flakiness with the crust, because if you put it in too hot, it messes with the way the pie crust comes out. Very good, very unique. It's not a hot, spicy chicken coconut curry. I was a little nervous that it was going to be too sweet. It has a sweetness to it, but it is not overly sweet. I like the addition of the peas in it. The veggies are good. Not tasting a whole lot of the green pepper, which was one of the key ingredients, but I probably put in about a third of green pepper. So it's in there, but I would say give it a try. This was my first time trying it. Like I said, combining two recipes that are sort of tried and true in my repertoire. The coconut chicken curry that I had made a number of times over the years and sort of tweaked it as I went, and then the chicken pot pie. So this is my entry for Life with Ron, and thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's not too late. If you have, welcome to the family. I love you for watching.
Every day and night, join the fun, feel the vibe, everything's alright. From the food to the tech, it's the journey we hype. Hit subscribe, come alive, let's take flight. come alive, let's take flight.